Good morning. Hey everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to be here to serve you. This is the New Year, New Lifestyle Challenge for 2023. And I just want to offer all of you a new chance to start with 2023 and start off on your very best foot. So I am super excited to be here, and I cannot wait to share with you all these great ideas that I came up for this year. For those of you that don't know me, I am Allison Scott, and I am a health and lifestyle coach, and I have been doing this work now for a couple of years, but honestly, I've been doing this work my whole life. Hold on 1 second, because I don't have my light on, and I want you to be able to see me. Just help so much better, right? Sorry about that. Yes, I am a health and lifestyle coach. I've been doing this work for a couple of years now, and it's been life-changing. But honestly, I have been doing this kind of work for my whole life, not only on myself, but with friends and family. And thank you for coming in I'm so proud of you for making a decision to start off your year with a good intentions for making 2023 your best year yet. So and it only goes up from there, right? So that's, at least it has for me. So like I said, I started this work a couple years ago after going through kind of taking all these steps on my own. And nobody really coached me through it. I just kind of lucked into it. Of course, after 58 years, or 56 at the time, you think I would have figured it out, but I hadn't. I hadn't figured out my passion or my purpose until I was 56. So, and it was actually getting my health on track that allowed me to figure all of this out. And for me, it was just luck or my journey or whatever. I wish I'd learned it sooner, but no worries. I've learned it now, and having learned what I know and all the years that I've struggled with health and with trying to figure out my passion, that's been a long journey. I want to be able to help other people do it, and I want to be able to help them do it faster than I did it. So I put together this week just really quick snippets. These Facebook Lives will run anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, probably at the most, depending on if you have questions. They will be little snippets of things you can do to start off your year and move in this trajectory of a lifestyle that you really, really desire. Hopefully you'll find some tidbits in here that will help define that for you, and then we can go from there. So I will be talking a little bit about my business here. I will be talking, I would love to work with you, everybody on this Facebook group. So if anybody wants to work with me, I will be talking about that. Hello, Liz. It's nice to see you here. I'm so happy you're here watching. There's 2 other people watching, but I don't know who they are, but that's okay. We just love to have you here. So I wanted to start off day 1 talking about intentions versus resolutions. A couple of years ago, I decided to start, I think it was Oprah, good old Oprah, started talking about intentions versus resolutions. And I started to look into this, and for me, intentions just make a whole lot more sense. So most people do resolutions at the beginning of the year. 5 resolutions. I'm going to lose 10 pounds. I'm going to make more money. I'm going to put $10,000 in the bank. I'm going to clean out the closet. These kinds of things that you decide you're going to do for the year. And the problem with resolutions is that they're very specific. They're very finite. And when you don't accomplish them, you don't feel very good about it. So like the losing 10 pounds thing. You may be going through something really difficult in your life, and the stress may be keeping you from losing weight. You may be working out a lot and gaining muscle, even though you're losing fat, gaining muscle, and the scale may never change. In fact, the scale might even go up. So that losing 10 pounds, even though you worked really hard, you didn't make. And that doesn't feel very good. That feels like I failed. And people don't want to go through life feeling like a failure. And a lot of times with failure comes the feeling of, I just want to give up. I don't want to keep doing this. So my recommendation, and something that's worked really well for me in the last few years, is setting intentions. And I think of more intentions more like my life is a ship and I'm setting a course. And sometimes I might go off course, but I can always reset the course to go where I want to go. So an intention is more getting to the desired lifestyle or the desired output that you want. So instead of losing 10 pounds, I just want to be healthier. You know, instead of, you know, putting 10,000 in the bank, I want to save more this year. So it's not so finite so that you don't feel like you missed it or I screwed up. Gosh darn it, I failed again. I didn't hit my resolutions. And the nice thing about intentions is over the whole course of the year, you can shift and change and kind of move your ship and reset the course to get to where you want to be. So that's what I like about it. Like say you wanted to say, I want to save $10,000, and you start doing that at the beginning of the year and you realize it's unrealistic. I don't have that much cash that I can set aside to save $10,000. So you know what? I'm just going to save more this year. And that way, if you can start out with that goal and you put the money away, if it needs to change, it can change, but you still have met your intention for the year. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about intentions. I wanted to share with you my intentions for the year so you can kind of understand them. Experts say don't set any more than 3 to 5 intentions for the year because it's just too much for you to keep track of in your brain. It's too hard. So I've set 4. My first one is to get healthier by eating more whole foods, cutting out more sugar, more meat, and more dairy. So to crowd out my sugar, meat, and dairy with more whole foods, vegetables, those kinds of things. So that's my first one. My second one is to continue staying fit by keeping my my movement practice on task. So I've learned this in the last year. I've incorporated not only getting my heart rate up and doing kind of aerobic exercise, which is the only exercise I used to do was only aerobic exercise. But now I incorporate weights, I incorporate stretching, I incorporate movement into my whole exercise routine. So I want to keep that going. I've created a practice where I move every single day, and it's either stretching or doing what I call my HIIT workouts or weight training or kind of like this thing called eccentrics, which I really love. So it's kind of a dance stretching movement. So between those, I can pretty much get my movement in every day. And then my third one is to grow my business. I've been working on it now for 2 years, and I'm at a place now where I really want to create a business that is sustainable so that I can continue to do this work and have it be a successful business. I have all kinds of ideas for the year, and I'm going to talk about those a little bit as we go here. Mostly this is for you. this live is for you guys. And then my last one is to focus on my relationships, my friendships, my family, my husband, to make them better. I do spend a lot of time on my relationships. I love my people in my life, but I want to make it better. I always want to make it better. And I want to do things to make those relationships good in my life, because at the end of the day, that's the only thing I got. So those are my intentions for the year. And I want to take some time right now. I'm going to ask you to get out a piece of paper and get out a pen and I'm going to take a few minutes right now to really just kind of journal on your intentions. At the end of this, I'm going to post a PDF that you can list out your intentions, and I have some ideas of areas of your life you can focus on. But for right now, just journal on what your intentions are. It takes a while to kind of get clarity on what those things are. I had to write a bunch of stuff down, and then I realized, nope, these are the intentions I'm focusing on for this year. So get out a piece of paper, and I'm just going to take a couple minutes. We're not going to do this for long because you can do this afterward. and just journal about what those intentions would be for 2023. I should have Jeopardy music or something playing, but I don't. So just journal. Okay, that wasn't a whole lot of time. So I encourage you to after this is over, just write some more ideas down on your intentions for the year, because I think well thought out intentions are really good. And we're going to do an exercise tomorrow. It is also around intentions. It's around fulfillment and fulfillment in your life, and those might kind of tweak your intentions. So if you don't finish today, don't worry. There's plenty of time for you to work on this for the year. The second thing I want to talk about is picking a word for the year, or a couple of words for the year, to drive those intentions. And these are words that are will help you think of what those intentions are and kind of frame what those intentions are. So last year, my word for the year was impact. And my friend Liz, who's on here, reminded me that was my word, and that was such a good word. And that word actually makes me really happy, because I do feel like I had impact on people's lives. I wish I had had more impact on people's lives, because I feel like it's just such important work to help people with their health and their lifestyle. So I really want to keep actually that word as kind of my overarching word for everything. But this year I actually picked 3 words. I picked growth, and the growth word actually is a new word, because I think I had picked a different word initially. I'd picked accountability. And then I did one of those silly little Facebook things where it's what's your word for the year? And the word that came back to me was growth. And I thought, wow, that's interesting. That's really actually a really great word in so many ways. I want to grow my business. I want to grow my practice. I want to grow personally. I want to grow in my relationships, in all kinds of areas of my life. I want to grow. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to shift that word, because growth is a really great word. My second word was consistency. That's a big one, because I did not feel like I was being very consistent in my work and in my health practice. I was consistent, but I wasn't consistent enough. And so that's a great word for me, to kind of keep on it and keep getting healthier, and be consistent in what I do, and not be so as an entrepreneur, it's hard sometimes to be consistent. And I have never done this before. I have always worked for somebody. I was always consistent in working for somebody, but this is being consistent on my own. And so it requires a lot of discipline. And then the last word is compassion. And I just love the word compassion, but I want to be compassionate, more compassionate towards myself, towards my clients, towards my family and friends, and really be there for them. And I feel like the world needs compassion right now with everything that's going on. It's just a good word to frame my work in the world. So what I recommend you do is write them down on little stickies like I have here. There's growth and compassion. And I take these and I put them on my calendar, which I look at every single day. And you can put these anywhere. You can put these on your refrigerator. You could put these in your planner. You could put these in your medicine cabinet. When you open up your medicine cabinet, see your words. It's just a great way to remind you about what your words are, what's guiding you this year, and what your intentions are. So feel free to do that and put little stickies everywhere. I think they help. I think that they're a good reminder of what you're doing. And let me know your words. If you decide what your words are, let me know what they are, because I love this. And it doesn't have to be one word. It could be a phrase um, to guide you. So I highly recommend that. So that's the second thing. The third thing I want to talk about today is a little more woo-woo, but I think it's important, and I do think words matter, which is why we're talking about words today, and writing things down and saying words. The last thing is manifesting. So now that you have these intentions, you have these words, how do you manifest this into your life? How do you make these things happen? And one of the most important things is to keep these intentions, these words front of mind and on your mind, so that you are taking actions to get to where you want to go. So in manifesting, I'm going to send you home with some homework. I have a manifesting sheet, the 3 ways to manifest, three steps to manifesting. And the first one is writing down your intentions. So woohoo, we're almost done with that one. We're getting that one done. The second one is understanding your why behind the intention. And I don't think I'd ever done this before until I started looking into manifesting. I think I had my intentions, I wrote them down, but I didn't always understand the why behind them. And I think the why is key. It's key because it's important to understand why you want that desire. And it may change your trajectory if you really understand the why. If you might even change your intention if you understand the why. So what I mean by this is you may be wanting to lose weight, and your why is because you want to get healthy, and you want to you want to get healthy to lose weight so that you are a healthier person. Your intention may be to get healthy because you want to lose weight because you want to like get a revenge body on an ex or whomever. So two different reasons to want to get healthy, right? One is pretty positive, and the other one might be positive. It might make you feel good in the moment, but is it really the best reason to get healthy? Is to just lose weight and look hot for somebody that you want to get revenge on? Probably not the best intention. So understanding the why behind your intentions is really important, because that's what's going to manifest. So I'm including in the homework tonight a sheet about it, the 3 steps. And in the second step behind the why, there's something called the emotional guidance scale. And it has to do with the emotions that you're putting out in the world and the energy and the vibration that you're putting out in the world. Now, I know this sounds really woo-woo, but I really believe in this stuff. I really believe in putting out good vibes in the world, because when you put out good vibes, you get good vibes back. And I really believe that, and I've seen that my whole life, from when I was a little kid, a horrible coach that was horrible to my sister and my mother, and she ended up homeless. It was like, whoa. To Abby Lee Miller, who was horrible to little kids. She was the gal on Dance Moms that was horrible to little kids, and she ended up in jail, and then she got cancer, and like terrible things happened to her. So my whole life I've seen things like this happen, where people put good energy in the world, they get really beautiful energy back. They put out negative energy in the world, they get negative energy back. And this happened to me personally. I've put out negative energy in the world, and I've gotten negative energy back. I put out good energy in the world, and I get good energy back. So understanding the why, figuring out if the why that you have for your intentions is in a positive trajectory or a negative trajectory. And that's what the emotional scale shows you. It shows you the certain feelings you have behind your intention, and some of them are positive, and there's a funnel that goes up, and some of them are negative, and it's a funnel that goes down. And this was done by Abraham Hicks. So you can Google that. You can Google Abraham Hicks emotional guidance scale, and all kinds of pictures come up of what that looks like. I'm giving you one little one so you have it. But I really believe in that. I really believe in the power of intention and what's behind your intention. So understanding the why. And then the last thing about manifesting is you can't keep it a secret. You can't keep it. Words matter. And I'm not saying you have to go tell everybody, these are my intentions for this year. These are my intentions for this year. No, you can just speak them on a regular basis. So when you have the list, I encourage you to speak them regularly, to think about them, to keep them in the front of mind so that when you're doing things throughout the day, you're kind of subconsciously following up on those intentions. And also, the more you talk about it, the more you're going to believe it. And the more you believe it, the more you're going to receive it. So uh, I just think it's really important to make these, not only set these intentions, but manifest them. Talk to yourself, put the words out there. You can tell your partner, these are my intentions. You can tell me, these are my intentions for the year. I'm happy to help you manifest those in the world. So that's the piece that I feel like we miss sometimes. We write these things down, we stick them in a journal, and we close the journal, and we never look at them again. Well, that's not going to work. You have to always be thinking about these things. I think the most successful people who have gotten, have had wild dreams and have, talked about what their wild dreams are and then set a plan into action, those people think about these things all the time, and all their actions are driven by these intentions. So I don't think it's anything we're ever taught. I don't think it's anything we learn about in school, and I think it's really important that we manifest our intentions. So we're starting off the first day big with big intentions. Big manifestations and big words. And then tomorrow, what I want to talk about is kind of related to this. And then we'll talk about your value discovery. And we're going to talk about some radical ideas about what your values really are, and using those values to drive your intentions and what you want and your desires, so that you have a really, really beautiful, rich, fulfilled life. Because that's what I want for you. That's what I want for you. That's what I want for me. I feel like I'm on the path to very rich and fulfillment, a rich life with fulfillment. And I feel like there's more to come on that. There's so much work to be done on that. So we'll talk a little bit about that. So each day I'm going to give you a little snippet. Obviously, we could go way in depth on here. We could talk about a million things, and I want to leave time if anybody has any questions. Feel free to hop in and give a question or two. I would love to answer them. If you don't have questions, no worries. There will be, in this Facebook group, there'll be a post with the PDFs that I talked about today, and I'll tell you about what we talked about. What the homework would be for today, and I just encourage you guys to do it. I mean, the more steps you take and the more action you take, the closer you'll get to designing the life you want, to have the life you style. That's why my name is Lifestyled. To have the life you style for yourself, that is your dream life. I really want that for you, and I want it for me, and I want it for more people in the world, because I want the world to be a happier place. So that's it for today. Join me tomorrow, same bat time, same bat place. We'll be talking about this pretty radical idea of what your values are, discovering what those are, and we'll just continue the conversation here. I'm so proud of you for taking these steps to change your life in 2023 and to develop the lifestyle that you love and you dream of. Hope you have a fabulous day, and we will see you tomorrow. Okay, everybody, bye.